Folks, welcome to Rimshots with Sean. Blake just asked me my name. There it is, SCAN, brought to you by Barstools and Bandtalk. We're wearing dueling Kiss shirts. I'm speaking with Mr. Blake Webb from this new band, well, not a new band, but new to me, Testarossa, from the southern states. Blake, sir, how are you?
Today is an amazing day to have an amazing day. So to answer your question, I'm doing good. Now, Sean, how are you?
I'm fantastic. And it looks like the weather's great there.
Oh, it's hot as hell. Feels great.
Just the way you like it. So let's get right into it. The band, vocals, rhythm, guitar. You got Colton Bell, lead guitar, Jordan West, yourself, Blake Webb, drums, Buddy Radford. Tell us about Testarossa.
Testarossa is the lifeblood of the party. We at Testarossa are having a good time all the time. Wherever the good times are, we want to be all up in it, and we want to be the soundtrack of the party. So we make rock and roll music. We like to make music people want to listen to and want to put on, whether they're pre-gaming, whether they're about to go to the party, whether they're about to come see us live, whether they're about to go see their favorite band live. We just want to be the soundtrack of the party and having a good time all the time. That's what we're all about.
So mention live. So let's start with that. Live shows going on again down there?
Live shows. We have a couple local regional dates right now. We're kind of taking it easy. Right now we're focusing on writing. We're about to actually go record some new stuff soon. But yeah, we got a couple local dates in the Charlotte Southeast area.
And what's your scene like down there?
Well, there's a lot of cool bands in the area. Charlotte's a good spot because a lot of touring bands come through and play the arenas and some of the local clubs that are privately owned. That's the beauty of this area. There are a lot of privately owned. Hang on, I'm sorry. Did my phone cut out?
We got you.
Okay, good. Somebody was calling me and I didn't want it to interrupt. But we have some really good venues that are privately owned. So we can play shows with all sorts of touring bands that come through, especially like the 80s rock bands. We play a lot of shows with those guys, and some of the local bands, they have pretty strong followings. We get to play with them. It's a good time, dude. Charlotte's a great area to be.
Your song came out, and I got it last week. I listened to it. Like I said, I thought the video was, the video was great. Welcome to the show. I don't want to say it's a throwback because the style of music, which I grew up on and I love, it's kind of back. Like, you're seeing all these monsters of rock, and you're seeing bands that are coming out that have that sound that I don't think ever went away, but you're right in the middle of it.
I'm telling you, man, we want to be a soundtrack with a good time all the time. So we might as well swim on up in it, man. We just like music that gets you up, dude. Like there's so much sad music out there. We're not here to do that. We're not here for that.
Upbeat and party, and it's kind of I don't know if you lived through the whole 90s era. I kind of did, where we hate ourselves for being successful, but that to me was never a vibe that I liked. I always like the upbeat, peppy party, have a good time, and you guys, that's what you're bringing.
Dude, I never understood that. Like, why do you want to dress like you just got out of bed? Why do you want to write self-depreciating songs? Like, look, life is hard enough. We don't need you to remind us that everything is tough and difficult. And like I don't want to hear music that has the message, I hate myself, I don't want to die. I want to hear music, me and you both like hearing music that says, let's celebrate life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and let's have a great fucking time while we're here together, right here, right now. That to me is what music is for, is to bring me up, not down.
So how long has your band been together?
We've been together since 2017. So 5 years.
Right on. With that 2 years where everybody kind of lost 2 years of their lives.
What are you talking about? No. No, there was never any pandemic ever. No, dude. Yeah. COVID really killed a lot of people's momentum. We had a really great momentum going on there for a bit, and then just kind of had to stop and focus on writing rather than performing for a bit. But being in the South, we kind of had some little speakeasy parties at places that I can't name because, well, they weren't supposed to be doing that. But a lot of people in the area were not very happy with some of the COVID laws. So we got to still entertain people safely during all that craziness. So, it was a really dark time to try to be an artist during the pandemic. And the good news is it seems like, I hope that we're finally like kind of Let me knock on some wood right here. I think we're over this. So that's good. I see a lot of bands starting to tour, a lot of postponed tours. I'm thinking of the stadium tour. You know which stadium tour I'm talking about has kicked back up now. So thank God we're over this.
I saw a lot of posts this past weekend of there was a couple of festivals, and then the stadium tour, and Judas Priest was over in Europe, and Whitesnake was over in Europe. It just seems like after everything was so dreary, it just all has popped at once, and it seems like everything's sort of back.
Dude, I told everybody, dude, it's like, look, hang tight. This pandemic stuff, it's gonna suck for a minute. Yeah. Now's the time to sharpen your craft. Get better, write good songs. I'm telling you, once this is all over, this is going to be the great, like the most golden opportunity since like all opportunities. People are going to be so stir crazy. People are going to be so tired of sitting at home. People that never went out one time in their lifetime are going to go and see bands they've never even heard of just because they can now. Just because their friend told them, hey, there's a band playing at the club down the road. Let's go. No questions asked. Like this is a golden opportunity where everybody's stir crazy. People want to go do things. They were deprived of that for years, man. And so now for the next 2 years, man, all of us bands are so lucky, at least the ones that stayed together and didn't puss out and quit. Like now we get to go entertain these people, and people are coming out like crazy right now. People are going crazy at the concerts right now. The energy is so ecstatic in the air right now at the concerts because, again, people have been deprived of the opportunity to let loose and just be a fucking person for a minute. For 2 years, man.
So when you guys were, obviously you made the most of your time. I mean, I'm getting the energy. I'm getting the fact that you guys kind of weren't sitting around doing anything. A lot of people that I've talked to that went through the whole last 2 years was some of the most creative times in terms of new writing, in terms of, embracing technology, building fan bases, using all the different platforms to get out there. I'm assuming you did the same thing.
Absolutely. We have a plethora of new songs. I think we've got enough to actually record even another album. We're going to the studio soon to start tracking some of these songs. But yeah, man, the pandemic did definitely have a silver lining. That was new songs for us. So
before everything, I guess in your area, I don't know what it was like if you guys could get together and rehearse, or you guys kind of had to stay apart. But what did you do during that time to kind of keep fresh and keep tight and, keep excited?
We did everything the same that we always did. We got together often. We co-created often. We rehearsed our stuff often, and we kept rehearsing as if this would all be done and over tomorrow. Like, I mean, as far as we're concerned, nothing has changed that we can control. We just, everything was shut down. But I mean, we, like everybody, nobody expected it to last as long as it did. So we were like, any minute now, we're going to go back to normal. So there's no point in losing our creative momentum just because the world is locking down right now. Definitely did not foresee this to go on 2 years, but it did. So we were ready. And now that it's picking up, we're ready. We got songs, we got new songs, we've got the old songs. We're ready.
Looks like you're getting another call.
Yeah. People love to call me when I'm on interviews.
There you go. One of the things, and I saw it where, up here, people just kind of went away. They were discouraged. They were like, I can't do this anymore. And the people that kind of hung in there, now they're coming out the other end. They're very busy. Did you see some of your contemporaries, maybe some of the people in your area that you might have been on shows with, or, had friendly competition with, or otherwise kind of fall by the wayside and maybe created some opportunities for you?
I don't know if I would call it creating an opportunity, because after all, this isn't a competition, man. Like, just because I listen to Metallica doesn't mean I can't listen to Guns N' Roses, which doesn't mean I can't listen to Kiss. The more music that is out there, the better for everybody. But unfortunately, tragically speaking, there are a lot of bands that I had deep admiration for that had been doing it for 5, 10, 15 years, trying to pave their way and, create a demand for their music that was the final nail in their coffin, man. A lot of businesses too.
Yeah.
Like just barely keeping up. And then COVID happened and they're like, hey, we're hanging it up. One of my favorite bands my favorite band that I've ever played with, I'm not going to say their name because I don't know exactly what their future holds, that I can't say for sure they're done, but I think they're done. But like, there were just so many people that like COVID was the final nail in the coffin, and then they just kind of stopped. And yeah, it's really tragic. Really.
Well, and I mean, another way I guess it was explained to me was that some of those bands might have been running on fumes anyway, and that was just kind of the thing that I don't want to say put them out of their misery, but kind of, it was just one more thing that kind of took the fight out of them.
Yeah, it's tragic. It really is. I mean, I don't blame them. At the time when this thing hit, we're like, we thought it was going to be 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks turned into 2 months, and 2 months turned into 2 years. And people, I don't blame people for saying, you know what, enough is enough. Like, if you can't do anything, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, people went and got to do other things. Life is a deeply complex thing, and unfortunately, for us, we're all human, and we all have lives outside of this music thing that we're all trying to do. So some people just couldn't hang it. It's really sad, really, really sad.
So, I mean, talk about the boys in your band, because like I say, I see this video for Welcome to the Show, and I watched it a couple of times, and I mean, it's both hilarious and creative and everything all rolled up into one. Talk about the dynamic in your band. I mean, that looked like it was an awful lot of fun to shoot. Came across great.
Dude, the dynamic is awesome. It's always lighthearted, always chock full of sarcasm, always funny. Nobody takes themselves too seriously. Like, we all have healthy egos, as in, it takes a certain amount of ego to get on stage and tell people to look at you. But like nobody's an asshole. Like, nobody's super sensitive. Nobody's super insecure. Like, everybody here's in it to win it. So working with the guys professionally is really, really, really awesome. But just like, these guys aren't just like my business partners and friends. They're not just my business partners, they're also my friends. I actually enjoy being in the same room with them, quote unquote, off the clock, and hanging out with them. Jordan is mesmerizingly talented on the lead guitar, an amazing songwriter, can just pull beautiful melodies literally just out of his ass. He can just construct the most magnificent melodies. Colton is such a brilliant, clever songwriter, and like sometimes we'll be playing songs for months, and then he'll have some lyric in there. I'm like, oh, now I get it. And it's like, it's awesome. And Buddy is like, dude, just literally the nicest guy I've ever met. Doesn't know any strangers, is loved by all and loves all. They're just really good dudes to work with. And again, we're all in it to win it. We're all on the same page. We all want to make music that people want to listen to.
That's amazing.
Great.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to do our second segment. I don't know if you need a drink of water or anything like that. You're looking like you're working overtime there, brother.
I ain't running on empty. It's all good.
All right. We'll be back after this.